She snapped at me in front of her friends. You can't even satisfy me, let alone provide for me. I smiled, paid the bill for myself, and walked out. That night, she showed up crying, but my new girl opened the door. Part 1. Alright, so I know how this ends, but bear with me because this whole thing is wild. My ex-girlfriend Vanessa and I dated for about 8 months. I'm 25, she's 24. Things started good, but the last few months she'd been getting more and more demanding about money and making comments about my lifestyle. I work as a plumber and own my own business. I make really good money, actually. But Vanessa always acted weird when people asked what I do. She works full-time as a manager at some upscale boutique downtown, so she's around fancy stuff all day. We live together in my house, which I own outright. We've been living together for about 4 months. But lately, Vanessa's been making comments about upgrading to a bigger place or a better neighborhood. Everyone at work lives in those new downtown condos, Mike. They're so much nicer than this place. Babe, this house is paid off. Why would we move somewhere we'd have to pay rent? Because it's about more than just money. It's about lifestyle. The problems really got bad when she started hanging out with this group of girls from work, all of them dating guys with office jobs. Suddenly, Vanessa's acting embarrassed about being with a plumber. Why can't you get a normal job like everyone else? Vanessa, I own my own business. I make more than most people. It's not about money. It's about what people think. I should have ended it right there, but I thought she'd get over it. Last Friday, Vanessa texts me saying she wants to go to this new upscale restaurant downtown, the kind of place that charges $40 for a steak. I said, sure, even though it's not really my scene. Great. I invited Ashley and Madison from work and their boyfriends. You'll finally get to meet them. Red flag, but I went along with it. Saturday night, we meet at the restaurant. Ashley and Madison show up with their guys, who are exactly what you'd expect, button-down shirts, talking about their marketing jobs and investment portfolios. This is my boyfriend Kevin, Ashley says. He works in digital marketing. And this is Brad, Madison adds, in corporate finance. Then it's my turn. This is my boyfriend Mike, Vanessa says without much enthusiasm. He owns a maintenance company. Maintenance company, not plumbing business. Maintenance company. The whole dinner is awkward. Kevin and Brad keep talking about their careers and asking vague questions about what I do. Vanessa keeps steering the conversation away whenever they get specific. Mike handles property maintenance for commercial buildings, she says when Brad asks directly, which is sort of true but makes it sound like I'm a janitor instead of a business owner. About halfway through dinner, Kevin starts talking about a vacation he's planning with Ashley. We're looking at Bermuda for a long weekend. All-inclusive resort package. That sounds incredible, Vanessa says. Mike and I never do anything like that. I look at her confused. We talked about taking a trip to Costa Rica. You said you wanted to wait until summer. That's different. That's not like a real vacation. What makes a vacation real? You know, like somewhere romantic with nice resorts and good service. Costa Rica has nice resorts. It's not the same thing, Mike. Ashley jumps in. Kevin surprised me with the trip for our 6-month anniversary. It's so nice having someone who knows how to treat you, right? The comment hangs in the air. I can see where this is going. Must be nice, Vanessa says, looking directly at me. Madison decides to pile on. Brad and I went to Napa last month. Wine country is so romantic. Much better than camping or whatever. See, that's what I'm talking about, Vanessa says. Some people know how to plan real dates. Vanessa, we've been on plenty of nice dates. Like what? That weekend at the lake house, the concert downtown, dinner at Romano's last month. Those aren't the same thing. How are they not the same thing? Because they're not impressive. They're just normal. Kevin and Brad are watching this conversation like it's entertainment. Ashley and Madison are exchanging looks. Vanessa, maybe we should talk about this at home. No, let's talk about it now. I'm tired of pretending everything's fine. Pretending what's fine? Our relationship, Mike. Our future. What's wrong with our future? What future? You're content just running a little maintenance business forever. It's not a little business. It's successful. Successful compared to what? Compared to most businesses. I do well. Define well. I'm getting irritated now. I make good money, Vanessa. You know this. How good? Good enough to own a house and support both of us. That's not what I asked. The table goes quiet. Everyone's staring at us. Vanessa, what do you want me to say? I want you to be honest about your limitations. What limitations? Your career limitations, Mike. Your ambition limitations. I don't have limitations. I have a successful business. Vanessa looks around the table at her friends, then back at me. Mike, you can't even satisfy me, let alone provide for me. The words hit like a slap. Ashley and Madison gasp. Kevin and Brad look uncomfortable, but also kind of interested. Vanessa, what the hell? It's true, Mike. You're not ambitious. You're not sophisticated. You're just comfortable being small time. Small time? Yes, small time. Look at Kevin and Brad. They have real careers. They understand what women want. And what do women want? Success, growth, someone who's going somewhere in life. I sit there for a second processing what just happened. My girlfriend of 8 months who lives in my house just told me I can't provide for her in front of people I've never met. Then I started laughing. What's so funny? Vanessa asks, you think Kevin and Brad are more successful than me? They have real careers, Mike. Kevin, you work in digital marketing, right? Yeah. Why? What's your annual income if you don't mind me asking? Mike, don't, Vanessa warns. I make about $70,000, Kevin says. That's great. Brad, what about you? Around $85,000. Cool. So, Vanessa, since you think I can't provide for you, want to know what I made last year? Mike, stop this. $160,000. The table goes dead silent. That's impossible, Madison says. Nope. Plumbing business is really good. Emergency calls, commercial contracts, new construction. I'm booked 6 months out. Ashley looks shocked. You make twice what Kevin makes. Yeah, but apparently that doesn't matter because it's not sophisticated enough. Vanessa's face is bright red. Money isn't everything, she mumbles. You literally just said I can't provide for you. Seems like money was pretty important 10 seconds ago. It's not about the money. It's about image. Image? Yes, image. What am I supposed to tell people when they ask what my boyfriend does? You tell them your boyfriend owns a successful plumbing company and makes 6 figures. It's not the same thing. You're right. It's better because it's real success, not just a fancy title. I signal the waiter over. Can I get the check, please? Mike, what are you doing? I'm paying for my dinner and leaving. You can't just leave. Watch me. The waiter brings the check. $150 for 6 people. I look at it and calculate my portion, 2 drinks and the salmon, so about $35 including tip. Mike, you always pay when we go out, Vanessa says quietly. You just told me I can't provide for you. Figured I should stop trying. I put $40 on the table and stand up. Thanks for dinner, everyone. Good luck paying for the rest. Mike, sit down. Don't make a scene. I'm not making a scene. I'm leaving. You can figure out how to split the rest with your sophisticated friends. You can click on share more to see if there is a part 2. Walked out of that restaurant feeling like I dodged a bullet. Got home and sat on my couch thinking about what just happened. Vanessa had been living in my house for 4 months, eating food I paid for, sleeping in a bed I bought, and she just told strangers I couldn't provide for her. My phone started buzzing around 11 p.m. Texts from Vanessa. Mike, I'm sorry. I didn't mean what I said. Ashley had to lend me money for my part of dinner. Can you Venmo me back? Mike, please answer me. I'm getting an Uber home. We need to talk. I didn't respond to any of them. She got home around midnight and tried to talk to me, but I went to my bedroom and locked the door. Sunday morning, she was gone when I woke up. She left a note saying she was staying at Ashley's for a few days while I cooled off. Sunday afternoon, I was at the hardware store getting supplies when I ran into this girl, Emma, from high school. We'd been friends back then but lost touch after graduation. Mike, oh my God, how are you, Emma? Hey, I'm good. What are you up to? Just moved back to town last month. Got a job at the hospital as a nurse. We talked for like an hour in the parking lot, catching up. Emma was smart, funny, down to earth, the complete opposite of Vanessa. We should grab coffee sometime, she said. I'd like that. We exchanged numbers and made plans for Tuesday. Monday, Vanessa came by the house while I was at work and packed more of her stuff. She left another note saying she needed time to think about us. Tuesday, I had coffee with Emma. We talked for 3 hours about everything, work, family, goals, dreams. She was impressed that I own my own business. That's amazing, Mike. Starting your own company takes real guts. Thanks. It's been good to me, I bet. Plus, you're helping people. When my bathroom flooded last year, I would have paid anything to get it fixed fast. Completely different reaction than Vanessa ''S. Wednesday, Emma came over for dinner. I grilled burgers, and we watched a movie. She loved my house. Mike, this place is beautiful. You own this whole house? Yeah, bought it 3 years ago. That's incredible. Most people our age are still renting apartments. One of the benefits of getting into business early. Thursday, Vanessa texted asking if we could meet to talk. I ignored it. Friday, she called my mom. They'd met a few times when we were dating, so Vanessa had her number. My mom called me later laughing. Mike, some girl called me crying about how she made a mistake and needs you back. What did you tell her? I told her if she was dumb enough to be embarrassed about a man who owns his own house and business, she deserved what she got. Mom, you didn't. I sure did. Then I told her, you were raised better than to chase after people who don't appreciate you. Saturday night, Emma and I went out to a nice restaurant. Real date this time. She looked amazing and we had a great time. Natural conversation. No complaints about money or status. Mike, can I ask you something? Sure. What happened with your last relationship? You mentioned you recently got out of something. She was embarrassed about my job. Thought dating a plumber was beneath her. That's crazy. You're successful and you work hard. What more could someone want? Apparently, a corporate job in an office. Her loss. Then, when I dropped Emma off at her place, she kissed me goodnight. First time I'd felt genuinely excited about someone in months. The next Friday, exactly 1 week after the restaurant disaster, I was working in my garage when my doorbell rang. I expected it to be Emma since we'd made plans to watch a movie. I opened the door, and there was Vanessa crying with 2 suitcases. Mike, thank God you're home. I've been thinking all week, and I know I can fix this. Vanessa, what are you doing here? I'm here to apologize and move back in. I realize I was completely wrong. You can't just move back in. Mike, please just listen. I talked to Ashley and Madison, and they both said I was crazy for saying what I said. So, your friends had to tell you that you messed up. That's not the point. That's exactly the point. Mike, I know I screwed up, but we can work through this. There's nothing to work through. Yes, there is. I love you. You love me now that your friends told you I make good money. That's not true. Before I could say anything else, another car pulled into my driveway. Emma was getting out with takeout bags and a bottle of wine. Vanessa turned around and saw Emma walking up. Who is that? That's Emma. Emma who? My girlfriend. Vanessa's face went white. Your girlfriend? Yeah, we've been seeing each other. For how long? About a week. Emma reached the door looking confused about why Vanessa was crying on my doorstep. Hey, babe, Emma said, giving me a quick kiss. I brought Thai food. Everything okay? Everything's fine. Vanessa was just leaving. I was not just leaving. Mike, we lived together. You moved out, remember? You needed time to think. I didn't say I was moving out permanently. You packed your stuff and left. That's moving out. Emma stepped forward. Hi, I'm Emma. I don't think we've met. I'm Vanessa, Mike's girlfriend. Ex-girlfriend, I corrected. Mike, tell her we're working things out. We're not working anything out, Vanessa. I'm not leaving until we fix this. There's nothing to fix. You showed me what you really think of me. Emma looked between us, then at me. Mike, should I come back later? No, you should stay. Vanessa should go. This is unbelievable. You're replacing me already. I'm not replacing anybody. I'm moving forward with someone who respects what I do. Mike, I respect you. You respect me now that you found out I make more money than your friends' boyfriends. That's not why. That's exactly why. You were fine disrespecting me until you realized you looked stupid. Emma's eyes widened. She disrespected your job. Among other things. Mike, I was wrong. I admit it. Vanessa, you weren't wrong. You were honest. You showed me who you really are. She stood there crying with her suitcases for another minute, then finally loaded them back in her car and left. Emma and I went inside, and she asked what that was about. I told her the whole story. Her reaction was perfect. Mike, she sounds awful. Who says something like that about someone they supposedly love? Someone who cares more about what other people think than about reality? Well, I think what you do is impressive. You built something from nothing. That was 6 weeks ago. Emma and I are official now, and things are amazing. She's proud to tell people I own my own business and never makes me feel like I need to apologize for my success. Vanessa tried calling a few more times, but I blocked her number. Ashley reached out once to say most people at their work thought Vanessa was out of line at dinner. Last week, I ran into Kevin at the gas station. He seemed embarrassed but came over. Mike. Hey man, look, about that dinner. Don't worry about it. Nah, I feel bad. Vanessa was really harsh, and honestly, I was impressed when you told us what you make. Thanks. For what it's worth, she's been pretty miserable since you guys broke up. Keeps asking Ashley about you. That's unfortunate. She moved back in with her parents. Apparently, she couldn't afford her own place without your help. So, Vanessa went from living in my paid-off house to moving back home. Interesting how that worked out. The whole thing taught me that some people care more about appearances than substance. Vanessa wanted a boyfriend who looked impressive on paper, even if he couldn't provide what I could. She got so caught up in what her coworkers thought that she threw away financial security for social status. Now she's back at her parents' house while I'm with someone who appreciates what I've built. Sometimes the best revenge is just letting people face the consequences of their own choices.